It's 7 p.m. here in Ventnor City, New Jersey, and Washington, D.C., and this is, well, Saturday Night with CarEdge for Saturday, December 16th, with your hosts, me, the short, fat, bald guy, Ray, and my handsome, thin son, Zach. How are you today, handsome?
Highly amused. As always, thanks for spending some of your Saturday night with us, folks. We're going to go into the data. We talked about this yesterday with Joe Lewis from JC Lewis. Folks, the title of tonight's stream, what we're going to be digging into, it is a buyer's market. All right, 2 weeks left in 2023. The deals are wheeling and dealing. My dad's got a great little tagline that we'll come back to in just a second. We're picking on Ford, Mazda, Ram, and Jeep tonight, and that is because, Dad, the latest data we have on new vehicle inventory, and yes, we will talk about used cars tonight as well, shows that those brands, I could have also pulled in Buick and Volvo and Infiniti, have the most inventory of all automakers right now in the United States. When you look at this chart, Dad, Ford has 105 days supply of inventory. Buick, 106 days. Mazda, Volvo also at 106 days. Then you've got Ram at 114 days, which is actually miraculously down from where they had been. Infiniti, 120 days, and Jeep, 128 days. For those of you that have been with us for a while, you know what days supply is. For those that are new to the channel, Dad, can you briefly explain what days supply is and why those brands are struggling to sell their cars?
Days supply is the amount of time it would take at the average sales rate that we have had over the last 45 days to sell all those vehicles if they were not to receive another vehicle from the manufacturer.
So when you see brands on here, for example, I'll scroll down just a touch. Any guesses on, the names that you can't currently see on the screen right above our heads that have very limited, like a 32-day supply, a 40-day supply, 47, 48-day supply? Got any guesses, Pops?
Yeah, it's not fair for me to guess.
There, I'll pull them up to the screen. Now, this is what I want to show everyone. All right,
Yes.
we're going to really do some deeper dives on some car deals tonight to help folks understand the potential deals that are out there. The third brand on this list, Dad, is Lexus. Okay. 47-day supply, well below the industry average. Now, ask me, Zach, what the hell are you doing on Lexus of Tampa Bay? Why are you looking on Lexus of Tampa Bay? Because, folks, I want to show you, we read the comments. My dad reads the comments, and he tells me that everyone says we are not, we're full of poop, okay? Prices are not coming down. Dad, here is an in-stock 2024 Lexus IS 300, not a 2023, a 2024. And this is huge kudos to our team behind the scenes. MSRP is $46,885. The dealer is giving an advertised discount of $2,681. Dad, I want to ask you, we had one of our team members work a car deal on behalf of a customer. What do you think an ultimate discount was from the dealer? What do you think? This is, and again, just to frame it up, this is on a Lexus that has 47 days supply. They don't have a lot of cars. What do you think the car deal was? Dealer was advertising $2,681 off.
Go back to that other screen real quick. Because what I need to know is the dealer. Because I need to know what the DPH is. What does that mean? MSRP plus is that the dealer installed options?
It says one. Let's see here. Wait for it. We're clicking. Let's go to the small print, Dad.
It's very small. It's minuscule.
Well, bear with me for the sake of the actual demonstration, Pops, rather than going into that.
Okay, so I'm just guessing that maybe I'm guessing that the discount was $2,300 approximately.
$2,681.
Okay, so I'm guessing there's about $2,681 worth of stuff added to the MSRP, so that they really hadn't discounted it at all. So I'm guessing the ultimate discount was $3,900.
All right, let's do this. We'll look at an actual window sticker. That was a great suggestion in the chat. It has a 46 delivery, processing, and handling fee. That's all that was.
Okay, now we know what that is. Okay.
So the original MSRP is correct on the dealer's website. So let's come back to that. There's nothing wrong here with how they're advertising it. And so you're saying, Dad, the advertised price, again, I just want to level set. The advertised price is $2,681 off.
I think we got another $1,300 off.
You think there's another $1,300 off?
I'm just guessing. Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah. So there was another $2,400 off, is what you're saying.
We got $5,000 off. Yeah.
So yeah, so that's $2,400 more than before. Very nice. Of course,
So
they have to pay.
does that not demonstrate? Does that not demonstrate?
No, not to our viewers. I'll
That's
still see.
that's double what the advertised discount is, right? Was that that's a Lexus, guys? That's
I get
one
it.
of the
I
brands
get
with
it.
the
But
least amount of inventory.
you know, the people that watch our videos are going to go. I check the dealers all the time. They're not slashing their prices. Okay, so they advertised a $2,681 discount. Somebody went in and negotiated with them and got them to almost double that discount to $5,040. So you can't just go by what the advertised price is. You have to determine what the ultimate price is by, I don't know, actually negotiating to buy the damn thing. And if you're serious about actually negotiating to buy the damn thing, there are deals to be had if you're willing to work at it. But if you just want to sit back and be a keyboard warrior and tell me, well, I've checked, and in my neighborhood, at 123 my street, there's no discounts. I'll keep saying what I say all the time. We have a team of people, concierges, coaches, people that are involved in working deals with customers. And they work, I don't know, maybe 1,000 deals a month. You think their finger is a tad bit more on the pulse of what the market is for cars than, say, yours, when all you're doing is clicking on your keyboard? I'm going with our folks. Just saying. And if you're going to say, well, Pops seems a little feisty tonight, that's because Pops is a little feisty tonight. I'm sick and tired of hearing from people that want to say, well, it's not so. It's not so. We can prove it to you so many different ways that it's so. But
and it's not even like a personal thing. Like, just go save money. Just go save money.
Yeah, facts are stubborn things, and there's a whole cadre of people out there that don't want to believe in facts. We'll present them to you. You do with them whatever you want.
Let's jump to the chat, because we had here from Homer Seidel Rage 07. Thank you for the contribution. SOS help, please. That's what we're here to do tonight. You don't have to donate to get our attention, but we'll absolutely jump to this right now. Can't afford my first choice, which is a Lexus 350. Can't find my second choice, which is a Toyota RAV4. What do you guys think about a 2024 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross? I know very little, about the Eclipse Cross. I know more about the Outlander.
Well, I will say this. It is nowhere near a Lexus 350 or a Toyota RAV4 as far as engineering, quality, type of materials. Is it probably an average or slightly above average vehicle? Probably. Will it hold its value anywhere near what the Lexus or the Toyota will? Absolutely not. But would it still be a fairly decent vehicle? Yes. There was a time in this country where Mitsubishi was a fairly popular vehicle. Way back when, in the 80s and 90s.
I just Googled the Eclipse Cross. Why not look at a Mazda? I hate to say it, but let's go back to the data. Let's go back to the data here really quickly. Let me pull it up on the screen. Mazda is one of the brands that has an influx, a surplus of inventory, 106-day supply of inventory, Homer Seidel Rage. So if you're looking for that type of vehicle, and I mean, you could get a CX-5, an outgoing CX-5 or a CX-50 for out the door $35,000, maybe even less.
Yeah.
So I would look at that. I would look at that as an option. And I'm not just saying that because we have back at CarEdge.com the pre-negotiated Mazda deals with the shipping. I think it's just a good option based on what I just Google searched, and I'm also seeing it come up in the chat.
I concur. And Mitsubishi has a 96-day supply of vehicles. And they probably have there's about, I want to say, 350 Mazda dealerships in the country. My guess would be that maybe there's 175 to 200 Mitsubishi dealerships in the country. One would be easier to get serviced than another. And you can do some research and you'll see that Mazda is a much more highly rated vehicle than a Mitsubishi.
And they have the 0% and 1.9% financing
Yeah.
options right now. I'm going to flash it on the screen, and we're not going to spend a ton of time on it, but you go to caredge.com, scroll down. We do have $1,000 off invoice price of 2023s and $500 off of invoice price on 2024s. Just click on View Inventory. Wait for it, and you're going to see the vehicles that are in the CarEdge network that you're able to purchase through CarEdge. Never have to talk to a salesperson, sales manager, anything like that. We're doing deliveries all day long, everywhere in the Southeast and into little bits of Texas and some of the Northeast as well. We can't be shipping these things, folks. I got the bill for one of them, Pops, and I said, nope, can't do this. Sorry. We're shipping one to Washington State. And you want to know how much it costs to ship a Mazda CX-5 to Washington State? Because I don't want to tell you.
Well, can I guess? Can I guess? It's $2,500 at least.
Nope.
No? Am I light?
You're high.
Oh, good. Well, and I wasn't even trying to be high. So what? It's only
$1,900. $1,900 to ship a Mazda CX-5 from Savannah, Georgia to Washington State. Yeah, lesson learned. All right, let's.
Whatever you do, son, in the future, don't ever listen to what Dad tells you.
I know. It was a lesson learned, man. It was absolutely a lesson learned. I want to talk about and pick on another brand that's on this list, Dad. Let's pull it back up. It is not all, roses and unicorns and great news out there. I mean, we found a Lexus example from our team.
Yes.
Again, kudos to Jerry on our team for helping that customer out. Dad, number one on the list is Toyota. They have a 32 days supply. Okay, so if you go to a Toyota dealership and then you go to a Jeep dealership right after, it's going to look like two totally different movies are playing. One lot's going to have a few cars. One lot, there's going to be overflow spaces and not enough, parking for customers. Dad, we're still seeing significant markups being asked for on Toyotas. Like that is market. Go ahead.
So one is going to be like a horror movie.
Yeah.
And you're going to have the poop scared out of you. And the other is like a stupid ass rom-com. Okay.
This is one way to think about it.
And
Toyota's the horror movie, yeah.
Yeah, and but the other will be like a stupid ass rom-com where opposites attract. And the opposites that attract are going to be, rational people agreeing to buy the Jeep. But whatever, and people like them, and there's no reason not to like them. But they got a hefty supply of cars. They should be they should be more than willing to work with you as a customer if you want to buy a Jeep.
And look what's going on over it.
Yeah,
and look what's going on over at Toyota, Dad. I mean, this is a $42,495 Sienna.
Yes.
And then it's got $600 in factory stuff. Then it's got $2,000 in distributor stuff. Then it's got $3,000 in dealer stuff. And then it's got the DPH,
your normal,
your
normal freight and processing and handling. So you've got yourself a $50,000 Sienna. Yeah, I mean, why not? Sounds like a bargain.
It's a shame, It's like some brands,
the
market's entirely back to where it was, and other brands like Toyota, not in the slightest. Yeah, I've got one more example for you. So let's pull up our list here. And again, I'm trying to find examples that are below the national average to demonstrate that even things are moving on that end. So the next one's going to be a Kia example, Dad. 48 days supply over at Kia. And look at this. This was another deal that our team did recently. $4,170 off on a Kia Niro. So you're getting 13% off on a $34,000 car. And what's the dealer doc fee here? $732. So quite high. But even when you add everything back in, I mean, the manufacturer rebate's $300 and you're getting $4,170 off from the dealer. I mean, these are good deals, folks. And these are December car deals. These are December market flipped car deals.
Is a Niro, is that an electric car?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. They're not selling. And when you have product that doesn't sell, the way you get it to sell is you lower the price. Okay, so you take a $34,000 car and you make it a $30,000 car because there is or has been very little demand for that vehicle. It is all about supply and demand. You can have a brand that has a low supply. Kia has a low day supply.
Yeah.
They also have some models, a Nero, that has supply, but absolutely no demand. Okay, so within that brand that has very low supply and very high demand for most of their products, there is a model that has relatively high supply and absolutely no demand.
I'm going to pull up the comment from Igor here, Pops. They are selling Ray. Kia Niro sells very well, and it's not just an EV, but also comes as a hybrid. So it could be powertrain related as well. Maybe the
Could
EVs
be.
are sitting the hybrids. Hybrids are not. I'll pull this one back up on the screen. Can't tell. Can't tell if this is one of the EVs. Although, honestly, if it was an EV, they probably should have leased it, and they would have gotten the some sort of tax
7,500,
incentive.
yeah.
Yeah, so I bet you this is a hybrid. And no matter what, guys, the fact that you're getting $4,000 off an import $34,000 vehicle, that dealer is beyond invoice. They are beyond
Oh,
holdback. I mean, they're just looking to move it. And this is a great example. I mean, not every deal is going to be like that, or
no.
especially not like the Lexus one. Like that Lexus deal was insane,
Yes.
insane to see that. But like, it's a demonstration of what you see advertised online is not the best price. It's not, and I think one of the things I'm really becoming passionate about is why we're doing the pre-negotiated Mazda deals right now is because it is the best price. It's the best price that dealer's offering, and you don't have to lift a finger. All you have to so it's like there's a mindset shift here. It's like hopefully we can get to a place where none of us have to haggle because the prices are just set and they're fair, and we can use market data to
And
demonstrate that. But until
and
then, just go negotiate.
and may I say that
Hmm.
fair doesn't mean that the dealer doesn't get to make money. Okay, fair is that you get as a customer to pay a fair and reasonable price for the vehicle, and the dealership gets to make a fair and reasonable profit. Uh, and people are going to say, well, just because somebody's in business, they're not entitled to a profit. I get that. Yeah, I had a golf store. Apparently, I wasn't entitled to a profit. I went bankrupt. But typically, when you have a business, you set it up so that there is some type of profit. And what you try to do is you try to find customers who agree with you that they want you to make some type of fair profit. So God forbid you ever have an issue, you could be there to help them. So a fair deal doesn't mean that the dealership doesn't get to make money. It just means that you, as a customer, don't have to overpay, and you don't have to spend hours of your time and of your life trying to get to that fair deal. And the dealership gets to make a fair and reasonable profit, and they don't have to spend hours of their time getting you to that price. It just makes it quick and easy for everyone.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Pops. Again, I see all the comments in the chat right now. We've got a lot of people. We've got Your Honor saying, I went to CarEdge to look at a Mazda, but got lowballed on my trade. And I doubt that, man. Every single customer we're helping with the Mazda, we run it through caredge.com/sell, take it to the dealer and say, match it or beat it. So I don't think you got lowballed, but appreciate the comment. We've got more commenters here, Dad, thinking about going towards Mazda. DM saying, can we talk about the CX-5? People are looking at that model for the 0% APR, including myself, but Mazda is listed as can't sell cars list. I don't know what that is. Is it a bad car to buy? Guys, folks, please, caredge.com, and then click on the little Mazda promotion to see what we're doing. Yeah, you've got here Memo asking, is there more of a discount available from MSRP besides the one shown on the CarEdge page from JC Lewis Mazda? Not that I'm aware of. If they're giving out better deals behind our backs, I'd be very disappointed. So I think I'm pulling all this up to just kind of demonstrate like there's interest here in finding good deals, fair prices. There are so many options out there. Don't fall into even my trap here of going and doing the Mazda. We looked at a Lexus example. We looked at a Kia example, 2 vehicles well below the national average day supply. And then we looked at a Toyota example of a Sienna, which is probably the hottest car in the nation right now. If you can find one of those at MSRP, you're a winner, man. Like, That is a very difficult vehicle to get your hands on. I'd like to, if you're up for it, Dad.
Yeah, but I wanted to say one thing about
Yeah.
Mazda. We don't badmouth Mazda. Hell, I recommended to my daughter and son-in-law last January that they get a Mazda CX-5 because it's a fine car. It's an excellent car. They were thinking of a Toyota RAV4, which was very difficult to get then and still is now, and was considerably more expensive. They love their CX-5. I love their CX. We've all. It's a great vehicle. Um, well priced, good quality, good value for money. So I can't think of a reason why someone wouldn't want to take advantage of a CX-5 and 0% financing. I don't know how they
Yeah.
could get hurt.
You know what's interesting is there are other 0% financing offers out there, but not on as popular vehicles. It's like on really slower selling vehicles. I was
Mhm.
impressed that they went that deep. I don't know. I doubt it'll be there in January, but maybe it will continue to be there. I don't know. I really don't
Yeah.
know. And Dad, I want to pull up. We had a contribution come in, and I want to pull it up from Drew. Drew says, since you're building up steam, are dealers happy with working with CarEdge? Happy customers are one thing, but are dealers happy to sell with you? I'm going to find it here on my phone. Give me 1 second, gang. Are dealers happy to sell with us? I think the answer is unequivocally yes,
Yeah,
because
I think so.
they're
And
actually,
even
yeah.
from the conversation we had with Joe yesterday, I mean, yeah, I don't, I, I think dealers that work with us appreciate the transparency and the clarity.
Here, I'm gonna just
And
flash on the screen. Like this was a chat message, and that's like their so this is like the group chat that we partially work out of. That's their sold car row, guys, and it says
yeah,
8 Mazdas with sold tags in them, most of them thanks to the CarEdge team. They have too many cars, guys. Like it goes back. It's really simple. Like there's just too many cars, Drew. Like Mazda has 106 days supply. Like we're the best thing that could have happened to them in a long time. And
yes.
then the customer reviews are through the roof too because people are excited that they didn't have to talk to anyone. Yeah, it's pretty damn cool. It's really, really cool. And no, G-Economy, we should have announced this at the very outset. So we set up tonight with the intention of having a fundraiser to raise money for cancer for Massachusetts General Hospital. I went to set up the stream. You have to submit nonprofits to get approved by YouTube before they'll list the event as a fundraiser. Massachusetts General Hospital was not in their pre-approved list, so I submitted it. Our new intention, G-Economy, is to host that on Friday night of next week. Okay, so in 6 days. Thank you for the thoughtful contribution. We
And
will
we'll
count it
carry it
towards
over.
that.
Yes.
And we'll carry it over. Yeah. But that was a learning for me this morning when I went to set up the stream. Mass General Hospital is not in their pre-approved list. They said it will take a couple days to approve them being added so we can offer that for the fundraiser.
And the reason that we want to do it that way is YouTube takes 55%. Okay. Now we're going to match. I'm matching up to $1,000. Zach is matching up to $1,000, and CarEdge itself is matching up to $1,000. And if we do it where um, YouTube takes 55%, well, then we're matching for more than what any of us have committed to. So we'd really like not to have the money go to YouTube and actually have the money go to Mass General for their cancer research fund. So that's the reason.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh man, this is sad to see. Cheryl says, my friend told me not to go to Toyota to buy a car on no sleep. I didn't listen, and the finance manager robbed me blind. $899 admin fee. I hate to say it, but Cheryl, that depending on the state, that could actually be like, okay, you're in Florida,
Yeah,
that's not the end of the world. But then this is the kicker: $3,500 extended warranty.
you can
This is
cancel
where
that.
knowledge is power. Yeah, this is where knowledge is power. And I feel like a freaking salesperson tonight, but you know what? I'm gonna do it because it's to demonstrate for Carol's sake. I'm gonna go to caredge.com and let's do a quick protection plans, mechanical coverage. 2024. Okay, yeah. We know you're hosting a sale. Calm down. We'll do a 23. 23 Toyota. I don't know. Camry, brand new. let's say we are in Florida. 3,500 is what she said on the extended warranty. So this is why knowledge is power, guys. The freaking contract is there. You use this number to negotiate with the dealer. It's free.
Absolutely.
There's
Yes.
no BS. Like, just use this information. The whole freaking idea of the platform is so that you're not. And Cheryl, you can cancel an extended warranty. Cancel myextendedwarranty.com. That was a guide that Miss Kimberly Klein, who now runs Auto Finance Sense here on YouTube, that was a guide that she put together. Okay, so please, Cheryl, go try and recoup some of your money. That I want to pull up here. Yeah.
And can I well, my mouse isn't working real quick, but
I
here
got you.
I'll pull it up. As the finance goddess, the F&I goddess herself, Miss Kimberly Klein says, watch out for the finance manager. And yes, I will be calling you tomorrow, Kimberly, so we can set up when you want to do the show, your show, when I will appear on her show.
Happy holidays, Kimberly. Good to see you here. It's awesome.
You
Yeah,
heard
please
it
go
here
check out her
first.
channel. She's been getting lots of new subscribers. Just past 2,000 subscribers, Kimberly. I saw that and put a huge smile on my face. Keep it going. You're teaching lots of folks. And yeah, Cheryl, again, 2021 here. So let's do it. CHRXLE. It was 2,300 when financing was done. It was over 3,100. So here, we're gonna do it. That was
How
a
many miles were
2021.
on the car? Because
I
it
don't know,
sounds like it wasn't a brand new one if it's a 21.
Yeah, but let's see. We can play around with that. So $3,500 for this, man. All right, so let's say it was brand new. Let's see what the option is. Or, it has less than 12,000 miles. I mean, still, guys, that's $1,500, $1,400. I don't know, man. This is why you gotta do. No, folks, we're not doing the fundraiser tonight. No. Okay, well. Thank you. I don't want to mispronounce your name. Rostislav? Radislav. Thank you for the contribution. Making my contribution today in case I'm not there. Next Friday, we will again be doing the fundraiser for Mass General Hospital on Friday night next week. YouTube would not allow us to set Mass General Hospital as the organization that we were raising money for until we submitted them. Brian, thank you again. That'll be next Friday. We can't wait to match donations.
And we shall.
We got here from Core Guy. Thank you, Core Guy. Always love seeing you here with us. This is the time for discounts, but please remember the dealership and salesmen who didn't do markups during COVID. Please buy from them and don't grind them for hours to get more money off. I think that's super fair.
Yes.
Like, how valuable is an hour of your time? You know what I mean?
I used to ask customers that.
Yeah.
Because I used to
got
look
here
at
from Randy. Yeah.
I was going to say, and I used to look at the customer and say, "Here's the difference between you and me. I've got to be here." It's just that simple. I
would have hated negotiating against you, man. We do those role play videos, and you're real.
Well, my time's worthless because I got to be here. Your time should have some value to it. You don't have to. There are so many other things you could be doing than busting my chops and me trying to bust yours. Let's just agree on a fair number that works. That's all.
Dear friend of the channel, Randy Schwartz
Thank
here.
you,
Thank you, Randy. Ray and Zach, I wish my donation could be more. I know that losing someone you love to cancer feels like. No car questions. You are aware of my latest purchase. Yeah, your Mustang GT convertible.
Yeah.
CarEdge helped. And then, John, you are spot on, man. You sound like a salesperson. I do, man. And maybe we'll open source the finances or something this year so everyone can understand. I'm just trying to get this thing to break even so we can pay everyone and be around next year, John. So yeah, I'm just doing my best. Nurse Adrian says, is it possible to get a refund on an extended warranty if I paid cash? Again, yes. The answer is yes. I'm going to go to just literally everyone in your Google machine, type in cancelmyextendedwarranty.com, and that will redirect you to, wait for it, this page right here, how to cancel your extended car warranty, a step-by-step guide. I hope folks see the transparency that we sell these things and teach you how to cancel them, not one or the other. We do both. And Kimberly wrote this back in, I don't know, it was recently updated, but Kimberly wrote this a while ago. Please just go take a look at all these different steps. She did an incredible job working on this guide. So yes, you can do that. And thank you, Kimberly. We're incredibly proud of all the artifacts that you had to help produce to make CarEdge what it is today. All right, you ready to keep going?
I am indeed.
Bob says, fair profit, you're killing me. How many kickbacks, assistance, and other under the table cash do dealers get? Let's answer this in both sides. So fair profit, you're killing me. I think you want to answer that. And then let's talk about under the line money.
Here, Bob, I'll make it easy for you. When I ran our Audi dealership and my factory rep said, you're not supposed to make money off the customer. You're supposed to make your money from Audi. So I used to just say to them at the beginning of every month, what was the average selling price relative to invoice for each model? I had a customer come in, wanted to order a Q3. The average selling price on a Q3 in our market was $1,000 below invoice. Is that a fair profit? I don't know. Could there be, and would there be kickbacks from Audi if we hit our sales objectives? Yes, but the market dictated that a fair price for that vehicle was $1,000 below invoice. That's what I sold it to her for.
I got a question for you, Dad.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to this one. Like, this is by now when we do these shows, I generally understand the business. Sales manager pay plans, GM pay plans, did they include everything above invoice, or do they also include holdback monies, floor plan assistance, or does that like how does
When
that
I
go
worked
into
when I worked for the Penske organization, I got paid off of gross profit plus holdback plus floor plan assistance. They even included as revenue the $75 per car we received to gas the car from Acura. Okay, that was all considered income. And as a sales manager, you get a percentage of that income. If there's any factory to dealer rebate programs, that goes to income. That's what sales managers get paid off of. If Bob, if your idea of a fair transaction is that the dealership makes nothing and that there is absolutely no return on their investment, you're not being fair. I'll just say it that way. I don't know how else to say it. You can't be mad at a business that invests money to go into business if they're trying to make a profit and have a return on investment from that business.
And you can be mad at them. You can be mad at them, Dad, when that business is predicated on, and I'm not painting with a broad brush on every dealership, but when that business is predicated on
if it's
withholding
predicated on
information,
deception, but you can't base that your willingness to do business with them if they will only sell you something and not make any money.
No, I get that. Yeah, they're going to make money, but I guess, I don't know. It's just like it's splitting hairs a little bit. It's like
you've heard me say it. Every customer used to say to me, "Well, you don't need to make any money off of me, okay? And you don't need to make any money off my friend." Well, on December 31st, I'm going to need to make a poop ton of money off of somebody. Okay? It's just that simple. There has to be some type of profit structure that allows that business to stay in business if they are doing business in a legitimate, transparent, and fair manner. Now,
I like that.
Yes, and those that base their business on deception, well, they don't fall into that category. Okay, they just don't. I don't think any return on investment should be based on, well, let's start with the premise that we're gonna blow smoke up everybody's butt, and we're just gonna it's gonna be so cloudy and so smoky that they have no idea what's going on. It's all based on sleight of hand and deception. No, that that business is not entitled to make a profit. But if they are good corporate citizens and they do things in a fair, transparent manner, absolutely they're entitled to make a profit. And I would tell you this, if you were my customer and you insisted that I don't make any money on you, I would insist that you become somebody else's customer.
Yeah. No, I get it, because you have to pay for the people. You have to. I want to be very clear that where
Yeah.
you and I think, didn't used to see eye to eye, but I think more and more we do. I don't think car dealerships need as many people standing around. I don't think they need as many processes. The whole freaking thing can be simplified. That's what we're proving out right
That's what we're
now.
trying to do.
That's what we're
Yes.
proving out. Yeah. So that, and in that model, Dad, you get efficiency.
Yes.
Efficiency will do two things. It'll actually make dealerships more profitable because they'll have less cost, and
Yeah.
it should also mean you can lower prices. You don't need to make as much on every single vehicle that's sold and all that, because there's just less cost. Like, that's the thing. If you can reduce costs in any transaction
Yes.
and in any system, that's like productive for humanity. That's what I'm passionate about. I look at what you did for 43 years, and I think it was the stupidest thing ever. I hate to say that to you, but like, that. I think it was stupid. You would have done, you could have
I,
been on YouTube at the beginning of YouTube, man, but you were slaving away at the car dealership trying to make a living for our family. And you know what? That was stupid, because you had to hold gross to try and go on vacation. So anyway, like, the whole, yeah.
yeah, but even then, I treated customers differently. Even
No, I know
then,
you did. We had the
yeah,
conversation about advancing your career and how you were held back because you wouldn't do things to make more money for the dealership. No, we've had that conversation
yeah.
both on the air and offline. So no, you could have been a car guy. You could have been. You never were, but you could have been.
I tried. I always tried to be a fair guy. Sometimes when people would come back and they'd buy their second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth cars from me, and we would just they'd pick out the car. I'd grab the invoice. We'd take a look at what the invoice is. I'd
That's
add
what
a
it
hundred.
should be. That's what it
I'd
should
add
be.
$100 or $200, whatever it is. I'd give them whatever rebate they were supposed to get, and they'd go, "Well, why are you making it so easy?" And my answer was, "I made a lot of money on you the first time I sold you a car."
You're
Okay,
an ass, man.
because I was pretty good at what I did, and I made a lot of money off that first car. Okay, and you're sticking with me, and I'll stick with you. And because I made money the first time, I don't need to make so much money the second time. Okay, because I'll make money in parts, and I'll make money in service, and I'll get to trade your car back in, and I'll get to resell your car. So
Yeah.
so yeah, you allowed me the opportunity to make money off you the first time. I don't need to be a pig every time you come in and buy a car. It was just that simple. I, you know, I don't know. I had a different way of looking at things. I still have a different way of looking at things.
I might pull up a slide. Core Guy hit the nail on the head here,
Yes.
Pops. Core Guy says, and thank you for the contribution. Their job is to get as much money as they can. Your job is to save as much money as you can. The middle of that is the fair deal. There must be balance in the force. I'm going to do it. I don't know. I do these things, and I'm probably not supposed to do these things. I'm going to do it anyway. When we think about CarEdge, when we think about the business that we're building, let
Yes.
me just make sure. Is there anything wrong here? I don't know. I don't think anything will get me in trouble. All right, let me do it. Let me share this screen. This is man. All right, this is legit, guys. This is when we think about building our business, building CarEdge, building this business, and we talk to investors. When we talk to people who are outside of this market, this is a slide that I show them. It says the problem. Buying a car sucks for everyone. Customer and dealer incentives are misaligned. Consumer needs, all the way over here. Consumers want fairness, transparency, and efficiency when buying a car. They spend 15 plus hours negotiating and purchasing. 92% of customers don't trust car salespeople. And then on the dealer needs side, dealers want to maximize their profits to cover overhead expenses. 50% of gross profit goes to pay sales commissions, and the average net profit margin for the dealership is 1 to 2%. So after all the expenses, it's 1 to 2% of all the tens of millions of dollars in metal that they move. The net promoter score, this is like an industry jargon thing of like how likely you are to recommend a business to someone else, is 7. For some context here, CarEdge is 70. So like Core Guy's spot on. That's literally a slide from when I go talk to the investors with lots of money about why they should buy into Ray and Zach and how they're trying to change the auto industry. That's a slide I show them to explain what the problem is and how CarEdge is trying to go right in the middle and pull both sides closer to each other. Educate consumers, educate dealers, and just bring efficiency. So people don't have to, dealers don't need to be pigs, and customers don't need to try and get, a negative 2%. You know what I mean? Like I didn't realize
Yeah,
and
that's not to say during COVID times that many dealers weren't pigs, because they were. The average net profit for a dealership is usually somewhere between 1 and 2%. During COVID times, that number swelled to like 5 or 6%. Okay. And let me tell you, dealers were really, really excited, okay, because they hadn't seen numbers like that, like for some of them ever. And so they'd like to figure out how to keep it that way. Truth of the matter is, most of them had figured out how to survive when the net profit was somewhere between 1 and 2%. So they were surviving. The dealer principal was doing very well. The staff was getting paid, but yet only 1 to 2% ended up as net profit. When I was with Penske, we were at like our stores, we were like 3.5%. Okay. And that was an anomaly. So the dealer needs to make money. How they go about making the money is what we want to address. And the customer has to understand that there's nothing wrong with them paying a profit.
And I want to switch gears and go back to like today, market conditions and where we are. Dealers are not making 5 to 6% net profit anymore because of this. Okay, this is where we started the show. We'll turn our attention back over here. Deb, this number, total inventory, 2.56 million units in inventory. If I'm not mistaken, it had gotten, what was the lowest it had gotten? 750,000, 800,000?
It was about 800,000. So this is more than 3 times. Yeah.
Yeah, we've 3x'd inventory, gang. And we are seeing it even amidst increasing interest rates in a high interest rate environment. New vehicle affordability improved to the best it's been in the past 2 years, says Cox Automotive. This is research that they put out. The typical car payment declined by 0.1% in November, and the number of median weeks of income needed to purchase the average new vehicle declined to 38.5 weeks. Guys, it used to be that, it used to be in the 40s, well into the 40s. And so this is an interesting metric to look at, like how affordable are vehicles. This is how many weeks worth of the average income would it take to buy the average car, the average new car. I'm not saying that spending 38.5 weeks worth of income on a car makes sense, but it is down from when it was closer to 42.
Yes.
And that's a reflection of, as inventory builds back up, prices have no choice but to go back down.
And the other thing that's going to force it to go back down is affordability. We've been talking about, I sent you an article today, or it was an opinion piece today, where the elephant in the room is the affordability issue. And it's like, and the other argument was, the issue was that it could take to the end of the decade for used car pricing and used car volumes to stabilize, because of the millions of new cars that were scheduled to have been built that weren't built, which meant they couldn't have been sold. And because leasing, which used to represent about a third of all vehicles being sold, dropped down to about 16%. And all those lease cars that would come back aren't coming back because, well, they weren't leased. So people were holding on to them longer. So it's created this situation where there's just going to be this constant shortage of used cars. And not to pat myself on the back, but I think I did a solo video about that back in January. It was either
Yeah.
January or February, where I said, if you just look at the raw numbers, this is going to, on the used car side of things, this is going to take the better part of the decade for it to play itself out. And so between that and the affordability of new cars, it's causing dealers to have to rethink how much they can get for a car when they go to sell it.
Definitely. It
Yeah.
absolutely is. We are, though. I want to be clear. We said we would talk a little bit about the used car market, and we had some more contributions and awesome chat messages come through, so we'll turn our attention there. But we also have used car data that has come out from Cox Automotive, and I'll jump to the meat and potatoes here. Inventory is up for used cars 2.4% year over year, or excuse me, month over month. So that's significant. And then, Dad, if we come down here, average list price. The average list price is down month over month. We are actually seeing some of our lowest average listing prices for used cars in the past 3 years, 2.5, 3 years. So while things are, like going back into sort of pre-pandemic times, affordability is improving a little bit thanks to wage gains and also, incentives and dealer discounts. We're also even seeing on used cars prices starting to come down just
a tad.
A little
Yes.
bit. We had from Shannon here, Pops.
Thank you,
Shannon, thank you. Another one of the great friends of the channel. It's awesome to spend a Saturday with you. Look forward to seeing you hopefully next Friday for our fundraiser live stream. We have here from B. Roland. Thank you, B. Roland, for the contributions. Thanks for teaching me some great negotiating skills. Bought a new 2024 Chevy 2500 HD for $12,000 below MSRP. Learned it all here. That is bad. But I can't say it. But that's really great. That's awesome, man.
That is, but he just lives in the right neighborhood.
Dad, let's give a quick shout out to Lamont, 6-year cancer survivor. That's really
that is
tough.
Wonderful news.
It's wonderful, but it's also like incredibly tough. Like all that you're enduring and going through just sounds like
tough.
Yeah.
All I will say when it comes to that, and we lived through it, and your mother lived through it for 2.5 years.
She lived through it. We were caretakers. Yeah.
The roller coaster of emotions associated with being a cancer patient or a caregiver to a cancer patient is the wildest emotion ride you will ever go on, because there are really good days followed by some really poopy days, followed by some slightly hopeful days. And it is, it takes a toll on everyone. And as much as we wanted Mom to live forever, because it was like she was the one that had the fight. And I used to tell her, when you've had enough, you let us know. We'll have to understand, because we sort of kind of get what you're going through, but we're not the ones actually going through it. And at a certain point, when you've had enough, you just tell us. And she did. And yeah, it's a miserable, an absolutely miserable disease. And then hopefully someday we can be one of the reasons why we were able to find a cure for it, which would be a wonderful thing.
Definitely, man.
Yeah, and I'll leave it at that.
Yep, we'll do the fundraiser on Friday. Yeah, sorry for that memo. Yeah, and we talked about it yesterday, I think, a little bit. It's like everyone knows someone who's impacted. So yeah,
absolutely.
Anyway.
Yeah,
It's very, very wholesome stuff, gang. Like there's gonna be nothing partisan, nothing hyperbolic about that one. It's just life. Okay, one other thing that inevitably is definitely partisan in some way, shape, or form. So let's turn it up, man. EV inventories.
Yes.
Some people want the EVs everywhere, man. Some people don't. The day's supply of electric vehicles, Dad. Thanks for sharing all those beautiful words. The day's supply of electric vehicles. This is my ploy to not cry on today's stream. The day's supply of electric vehicles, 114 days, man. We moved a little
Yes.
fast there, didn't we?
And so just out of curiosity, we see people say, why don't you spend more time talking about Teslas and their day supply? Because, well, they don't share it. So it really makes it harder for us to discuss it.
We can talk about used Tesla day supply. We have
Yeah.
that data back on our website, but we don't have anything about their new cars.
Yeah, they don't share that. So, I don't know. I don't know if they have a 2-day supply of cars or if they have a 302-day supply of cars. I don't know. I know, like, the Model 3 isn't going to qualify for the $7,500 tax incentive next year. So next year, like, that's what, 15 days away. How is that going to impact sales? I don't know. But we can see that the other major players that are trying to dabble in the EV market are finding out that the market isn't advancing quite as rapidly as they had hoped, or they had talked themselves into believing that it would. And I've always attributed that to there were the early adopters, and the early adopters have adopted, and so now it's the second line of people that are kind of sort of on the fence, and they're not jumping off that fence to the EV side of things as rapidly as everybody thought they might. And so it's difficult for a lot of these manufacturers, and in particular their dealers who have these vehicles and are sitting on them.
Yeah, 100%, Dad. 100%. Let's do a little. Let's see what we actually can find on the Tesla front and even electric vehicles. If you use the CarEdge car search, gang, you already know about these features and functionality. But let's search Tesla. There are over 12,800 used Teslas for sale nationwide. I'm in somewhere in Texas. 75001 is my zip code. So here we go. We've got a Tesla Model X. Let's see here. There's a 16-day supply of 2020 Tesla Model X's within 100 miles of this dealer. So, not that many. 4 for sale, 11 have sold. But this one's been on this dealer's lot for 225 days. Let's do a quick, though. Let's look at Ford, and let's do this, Dad. Let's come down here, and let's do engine and drivetrain, and we'll choose electric. 41,000 electric Fords out there. Let's do new ones. There's the F-150 Lightning. I want to look at, like a Mustang Mach-E. 137 days on this dealer's lot, and supposedly a 0 days supply. I'm going to try reloading. Hopefully that actually shows up there. Let's see what happens. No, maybe there we go. Just have to do a quick reload. 292 days supply, Dad.
That's not a good thing.
That means there's 266 for sale and only 41 have sold in the last 45 days. The CarEdge algorithm says the dealer should be giving you at least $2,691 off before any incentives from Ford. So, that also demonstrates your EV conundrum right there. 200 plus 300 days supply. That's too many days.
Yes. And the thing is that there's 242 of them available in that market. And if they didn't get another one in, and I'm pretty sure none of the dealers would want to, but if they didn't get another one in at the rate that they sell, it would take 292 days to sell those 240 some vehicles. That's like a lifetime in the car business, an absolute lifetime. And you're finding out How,
Yeah.
how quickly dealers prefer to move the inventory rather than sit on the inventory.
I will say I had a conversation with one of the Ford dealers that we're starting to work with, potential partner. They are moving Mavericks like hot potato, man. Like they can't keep their hands on Mavericks. And it's like no wonder. The
But
price
how many
point's
do
sub
they get?
Oh, not enough, not
Yeah,
enough.
okay,
But like
yeah,
still, everyone that they touch sells instantly,
well,
instantly
sure.
because it's under $35,000. Let's look at this Mach-E again, Dad. Are people waking up and saying, I want a $60,000 Ford? Hard
Uh,
stop. Are people saying, waking up and saying, I want a $60,000 Ford? Let alone, do I want a $60,000 prior model year electric vehicle Mustang Mach E Ford? Like, I don't think many
Apparently not.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
apparently not. I
Yeah.
know I'm not, but that's just me.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
100%, 100%. All right, I want to point everyone's attention towards various free FREE resources you can use this end of year to navigate your car buying adventure. Head to caredge.com, resources up here in the top right. The community forum is bustling, folks. It is the busy time of year over on the community forum. Please go share information, help others, help yourself. Go post on the community forum. When you're on the community forum, one of the things that you can do, look at a Lisa Mach-E Premium. I just saw space in the chat saying the lease deals on Mach-E's are not great. Join the live streams this time of year. The coaches and the team are doing a show actually tomorrow. We'll talk
tomorrow.
about that in just a moment. More free resources. Look at the success stories. See what your peers have been able to accomplish recently. Use that to help get a barometer for what might be possible as well. And Deal School, caredge.com/deal school, 100% free. We also have, I'm going to go all the way back to the homepage really quick. Dad, under resources, the free guides, the cheat sheets, the strategy card. Gang, go click on those things and please, please use them. It's helpful stuff.
Absolutely, and it's free. It's we catch a lot of flack because, well, we charge for things. Okay, well, yeah, we're like other businesses. Um, there are free stuff and a lot of it. Okay, and then there are some premium items that, I'm sorry, you have to pay for, because we can't do this just based off of YouTube revenue, not with the number of employees that Zach has, not with the dealer network that they're trying to build, not with the software support that they're trying to develop. This is the hope is that at least in Zach's lifetime, he will be able to have made a huge impact as to how vehicles are sold in this country. Um, and like anything, when you're trying to be a disruptor, that takes money. So yes,
And patience.
and so some of the stuff has to be paid for, but the bulk of the stuff is absolutely free. The amount of information one can garner just from the community forum
Yeah, I
is
love the community, man.
is
Kudos
astounding.
to you, Space, for being mayor over there and keeping it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the free cheat sheets, the guides, the different, the this, that, the videos that we do, everything that you know. Yeah, can we pull in some money from YouTube? Absolutely, we can. Do we? Yes. And what happens to that money? It goes right back into the business. It's not like it's lining my pockets or Zach's pockets. Wish it was, but it's not because
There are days, man, where it's like, why are we on this crazy ass journey trying to?
I have literally said to Zach, you know, you could have just left it. We were giving advice to people and doing videos, and we could be making a lot of money. You, me, and Brandon or James as our editor, and we could be working an hour a day. But no. You want to change the entire industry, so you're working like 70 friggin' hours a week. Okay, traveling from DC to New York, trying to raise money, trying to put the right team together. Yeah. If we weren't passionate about this, we would just be in it for the money that we could make from YouTube. And I don't want to brag, but the money we can make from YouTube's pretty damn good. Um, but but when all that money goes back into the real big business of changing the industry, that's what we're here for.
I think if I'm not mistaken, so a couple things. First and foremost, I want to
Yes.
give Space here. Mario Space has been a longtime community member. We met
Unbelievable.
Mario through the community forum. Unbelievable human being. Have
Yes.
gotten now to build a relationship with him in real life, and it's an incredible group, incredible
Yes.
team, and we help so many people every single day. I do want to just acknowledge that tomorrow over on the main channel, you can see it right there. I'll zoom in on it. Justice, Ashley, Mario, and Debbie, Mario Space, are going to be hosting a CarEdge Coach Takeover live stream. Just ask him anything, gang. I see Justice went all in on the Flames, so we need lots of folks over there. They're just going to be helping people with car deals all the whole time that they're online. So please consider joining in for the show tomorrow. They're just going to try and help folks as much as possible. And actually, while I'm on the YouTube screen, Dad, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Guys, I'm not even pretty sure. I know.
Yes.
I'm just going to search my name really quickly on my personal YouTube channel, which I don't really post on. Yeah, 2 years ago, I made a how much money we made on our YouTube channel video.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even blur anything out. Like, you could see how much we made. And I'm comfortable sharing it here too. Like, we recently passed 100 million views on the main channel and on this channel. And I think it's well over $1 million that YouTube has paid us over the past 4 years. I can assure everyone, including CarEdge team members, staff, etc. Gang, I wish I've seen $1 million in my bank account. Never, not even freaking close. Like, we've plowed all of that back into the business. It helps sustains and like pays for pay. So like, it's such a blessing, and I feel so. I mean, maybe blessings. Like, we're lucky, and we also I think are decent at that. Anyway, it's like $1 million freaking dollars, man. It's incredible, and we're transparent about it, and it goes to try and build stuff that changes how this works. And Chris, one thing I wish I could fix, man, is that stupid community forum. You search for stuff on the community forum. We use a software provider named Circle. Anyone who works at circle.so, fix your freaking search. It is so annoying. So, Chris, I can't change it unless we change providers. We're not changing providers anytime soon because holy hell, man, we have too much going on. So I'm sorry. Maybe we should build our own. I don't know.
Maybe one day. Yeah. One day.
Anyway.
You got to take it one day at a time, buddy.
Yeah, no, Chris is spot on, man. The search on the community is the worst. Like, we just need.
Yeah, but we're trying.
We got Robert Greenblatt with us. Good to see you here, Robert.
Oh, thank you for my magnetic calendar. Bless your heart. Yeah, it is on the fridge.
Tell me you're a realtor without telling me you're a realtor. Okay. Let's have it this because I haven't talked to my dad at all today. Dude, the Suns are so bad. Everyone can leave. This is me and my dad catching up. But if you stay, that's okay. Dad, the Suns suck.
Big time. It is. It is. We are well past the time where you can say,
Phoenix
okay,
Suns, NBA basketball, for those of you that do hang out with us.
It's well past the time where you can say, okay, it's the injuries, it's this, it's the I've been screaming, it's the coaching. When a team underperforms, okay, we should put out a calendar. When a team consistently underperforms, thank you, Laura. If a team constantly underperforms, that is a direct result of those who are in charge of that team, which in the case of basketball is the head coach and his coaching staff. And if you can't get your players to buy in, either you were the wrong coach, exactly. Either you're the wrong coach or you have the wrong players. I was never enamored with the Frank Vogel hire. Just wasn't.
The comments are great right now, Dad. Sounds like a CarEdge dealership NBA team collab time.
It is. And everybody said he's a defensive genius. Well, my God, they collapse every fourth quarter. They have the worst fourth quarter scoring ratio in the NBA. In the NBA, okay. I was watching the game last night,
Huh.
and the Suns went into the fourth quarter. They were up 2,
Yeah.
and once the Knicks got ahead, like I don't know, a minute and a half into the fourth quarter, I said to myself, okay, what will be the margin of victory for the Knicks? And the number I said was 15. Now you have to remember, with like 4 minutes to go or 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, the Suns were up by 10. With 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, they were down by a point or two. How much do you think they're going to lose by? I said 15. They ended up losing by 17. Okay. A 27-point turnaround in 16, 17 minutes.
Have you ever done like at the carnival? They have like those things with like
Guess
jelly
your
beans
weight?
in it. And yeah, you have to guess how many jelly beans are in it. You ever done one of those?
I have not. Should I?
I feel like you'd be good at it. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. But it's like, I thank God my neighbors aren't around, because they'd hear me screaming at the TV, and they'd wonder what the hell's going on. But you just watch, and it's like there's I said it in one of the tweets today. It is okay, and I'll show my watch off in a second. It's like there's no joy in the players, there's no passion, there's no communication, and there's no cohesion. But other than that, everything's perfect. And they have, like, allegedly some of the best players in basketball, but they can't play as a team, and they don't play as a team. That's a problem. So I ordered a watch. It's a Masale. I don't know. It's from, where the hell's it from? Australia. Automatic movement, a Swiss automatic movement, and it's really a quite attractive watch. And you can't tell, but in the screw down crown to adjust the time, it has sand in there, which is from one of the beaches in Australia. Now, I don't know what the hell that's ever going to do for me. But at
You
least
are funny, man.
yeah, but at least I can say I've got some Australian sand on my wrist. And then it has a second screw down crown, so you can adjust the like for the skin diver ring, so you know how much time's left. But it's a pretty attractive watch, and it came with a second bracelet or band. Now it's a blue face with a black band with red on the inside. So, I'm thinking, okay, well, they give you a second watch band for it. It's rubber. And I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be, what are you going to send? You're going to send blue. You're going to send black, orange. Now there's nothing orange on this watch. Nothing. No hands, nothing. Why the hell you send an beyond me? So this will probably be the last one of their watches I order. But I bought it when it was on sale, which means I still overpaid, and I readily admit it. Okay, but I thought it was an interesting blue color, and so I went with it. If that makes any sense.
I love you, man. You are special.
And what I really wanted to get was a watch with a white face, but I just thought this blue face was so attractive that I went with it anyway.
Someone asked, how much money do you have you spent on your watch collection? And I love asking this question because you don't spend anything on your watches, but I don't know. Let's hear it.
Well, like this was $500 and some bucks.
You spent $500 on that watch?
Yeah. I spent too much.
That's kind of unlike you. Typically, it's
it's Swiss. It's Swiss made, Swiss movement. It's mechanical, not quartz. Yeah, it was $585, which is
Oh,
one of
that's
my
a lot.
more expensive watches. So I have 30 watches. Um,
So you collect watches. I collect running shoes. So I'll show you. I've
yeah,
got a new pair
yeah.
on tonight. I'll show you my new
Okay,
pair. And
so I collect watches. So I got 30 of them. So let's say that the average price, the average cost per watch was, if it's $400, which might be a tad high, that means I spent about 12 grand on watches in my lifetime.
four, yeah, that's holy cow. That's a lot of money, man.
Yeah. Now, if I could break myself of that habit, we could go on even nicer family vacations.
Nah, man, I'm
uh,
happy for it. From Just a Cinnamon Bun, always good. Another
Thank you.
longtime friend of the channel. Thank you. Bring back the Hyundai Excel. I'll have to Google search this one. I had two of them, both manuals, great on gas. No one ever tailgated me with all the blue smoke coming out the back. What's a
Yeah,
Hyundai Excel? Let me Google this.
it was just a little Hyundai. Yeah,
When I think
you know,
Excel, oh wow, okay, yeah, I see it. And I'll pull it up for everyone. When I
yeah,
think Excel, I think of like spreadsheets.
yeah.
That's what
Well,
comes to
the
my
only
mind.
thing it spread was oil behind it. Yeah,
Yeah, that little thing.
yeah,
Wowza,
yeah.
pretty good looking.
So, what new running shoes did you get?
Yeah, do you have a guess what color I got?
Orange.
He's so good.
I know your taste, buddy. Very nice. Yeah.
Dad, you're
Orange
so
and
impressive,
burgundy, I
man.
see. Yeah.
You're
Very
so
nice.
impressive, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I love it. I should probably get you a watch to match this.
Susanna got it. Susanna
Yeah.
got it as well. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Question about how often do I run? Add me on Strava. I was sick this week, so I did not go out much. It's been a rough week. So add me on Strava, none yet, but I go out probably 6 times a week. If yeah, probably 6 times a week. I run in the Hoka Cliftons. Really, really love the Cliftons. I still can't believe you got that right, Dad. That
I'm
was
sorry. But I know
wow.
you like for your running shoes, you like bright colors. I know you do.
I do. Yeah, it's fun. I
Yeah.
wear like cool socks. I think they're
Yeah.
cool socks, and I wear yeah.
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 I usually try to color coordinate like shirts and watches and bracelets and all that stuff. So yeah.
I see from Nunya the question of what is Strava. So I'm just going to pull it up on the screen really quickly. Strava is like, oh man, there's another pair of orange running shoes I wore
Yeah.
one time. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a website or like an app where it tracks your activities. So like this morning I ran. This was my run this morning, was 6 miles. So it like tracks it, and then other people
Yeah.
can see it, and they can like give you high fives and kudos and stuff. Yeah. Wow,
And
Dad,
you're
look at this. This is
Wha-
cool.
what's that?
In 2023, it looks like I ran 817 miles. Wow. All
You sh-
time. Wow, this is wild.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. And
Activities a
and
week. There you go. 5. I run 5 times a week on average. There you go.
and you do all this because you're signed up for a
Yeah,
complete
man.
Ironman.
I need to. I honestly, I hate to say, I need to work less because I need to train more. It's really a
Well,
conundrum right now. Like
if
December
you'd
is the
like to
busiest month.
survive,
Yeah, yeah. So I signed up for a full Ironman in Lake Placid in July. I've done 2 halves before, so like I think I should be able to do it. But December is the busiest month of the year for the business. Like we are actually. I should have mentioned this. We're at capacity for our concierge service. We can't take anyone else on. I mean, maybe that'll change between now and the end of the year, but probably not. Like realistic, like we've got a wait list of 38 people right now that
wow,
are all like ready to go, and we don't have capacity. We can help with the Mazdas. That's way easier process. So like we can do the Mazdas, and then obviously the extended warranties and all that stuff. But we're slammed. We're just absolutely slammed. So I haven't been exercising that much, and like I gotta kick it into gear in January, man. Like I want to finish. I really want to finish the Ironman.
Yeah, I what I want to know is where we're all staying, because I went on Airbnb and there's like not much in the Lake Placid area. So for
What was
that,
that, Dad? Sorry, I lost you there for a
yeah,
second.
I said I want to know where we're staying because I went on Airbnb for the and I don't know how many of us are going.
Yeah,
Um,
same.
so we need to figure that out, and then
Yeah.
I don't know if there's going to be a house to rent because everybody seems to have already rented the houses. Um,
Yeah. From Chris here, though, he's asking, are the Mazdas only out of the dealership in Savannah? Yes, we're just doing them out of the dealership in Savannah. And I want to just express why. It's because we control the entire experience. We got a great partner over there. You literally don't talk to a salesperson, a sales manager. The only thing you have to do is have one phone call with the finance manager to do an OFAC identity verification quiz. It's like the whole thing. We handle it. The price is preset. It's super easy. And we can do shipping Southeast Texas. We can do it into Texas. We'll pay for the shipping to get it to you. Up into Maryland, that's probably about as far north as we'll go. We were doing nationwide for about, I don't know, 2 days.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. And then I paid $2,000 to ship a car to Washington State. And I said, we can't do this anymore. So lesson learned. So yeah, Chris, just out of Savannah, and we're really going to stay focused on that to get the systems and everything really tight going into next year. From Craig, and then we got to call it show debt. From
Okay.
Craig, thank you for the contribution. 2023 Rogue, $33,500.
Must be the
SV.
MSRP. Yeah.
Yeah, what's SV? Oh, saving $5,100 between dealer and OEM incentives. But numbers on the contract I signed yesterday don't match. Incentives went down to $2,500. What to do? Let's talk about this. Numbers change in between your out the door quote and the buyer's order. What should Craig do here?
I think I would head back to the dealership as quickly as you possibly can. I think I would want to have a chat with the finance manager, and I'd want to have a chat with the general manager, and to find out how you can get that corrected right away.
Yeah,
Just
and also just like map the numbers, like
yeah,
OTB sheet next to buyer's order, just like map them. Just show me how things connect.
yes, make sure that even though it might not look like it lines up, that it really does line up. That's what you want
Yeah.
to make sure.
Yep, 100%. All right, Pops, let's call it a show. Thank you, everyone, for spending some of your Saturday with us. Enjoy a really relaxing, fun, pleasant Sunday. I'm sure I'll see you tomorrow, Pops. I know I will.
Yeah,
And
we
we'll be
have to
back
film
on
some stuff.
Monday.
Yeah.
Yep, and we'll be back on Monday right here, hanging out, having some fun. I love you. Thank you.
I love
You're
you
welcome.
too. Thank you for doing this tonight, and have a great evening. Say hi to Laura for me. Hi, Laura. I just said hi to you, but Zach can tell you I said hi as well. And did you kids do date night last night?
Did we do date night? Give me a second. I'll remember. Oh, no, I didn't tell you. This is also not my news to share, but I will do it
Yeah.
anyway. Laura threw her back out on Thursday.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was really, honestly, sorry, Laura, but it was scary. She was walking to the gym, didn't get into the gym, wasn't after the workout, walking to the gym and got crippling pain, like fell to the ground pain.
Ooh.
Um, and like, she didn't want to ask for help, but she called me and she's like, "Oh, I'm okay, but can you help me?" And like, I came over and like, she couldn't walk, man. Like I had to like hold her and it was very scary. And yesterday she was still not feeling 100%. So what did we do? We went for a walk and that felt okay. And then, I don't think we did anything crazy. Oh, we bought Mario. We bought Mario on the Nintendo Switch that she got. And we played Mario and it was very relaxing. And it was awesome. Yeah, it was really good. And then
And is Laura's back feeling any better today?
so much better. So
Good.
much better. Yeah.
Good.
So
Good.
yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it was
Good.
scary. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna go back home. You go to the couch behind you. I love you. See
I
y'all
love you
on
too.
Monday.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
See
Bye
you,
bye,
Pop.
everybody. Thanks for being here.